Look at me. Take a good, hard look at me. This is the face of a man who owes you an explanation, and this is the face of a man expressing sadness. For many months now, there's been one question plaguing the minds of many. What happened to my $10,000 monthly speedrun challenge? For those that don't know, at the start of 2023, I set out to do a monthly $10,000 bounty on some wacky speedrun games. It would last 2 weeks, and whoever holds the top time gets the grand prize, and $10,000 gets split amongst the top runners. I said I wanted to do it every month, as well as make a Summoning Salt style video covering each and every one of them. But astute observers will have noticed that we've only done 3 challenges, and we're 9 months deep into 2023. So if you get your abacus out, you can start crunching the numbers, doing a little math, and recognize that something must have went awry. How could this be a monthly challenge if it's only been done 3 times in 9 months? Well, that is a good question. Pop a squat by the fireplace and allow me to give you the answer. So, there's a couple of factors at play here. 1. I underestimated just how difficult it would be to find fun speedruns for games that nobody is currently speedrunning. The whole idea behind it was speedrunning games that nobody has ever ran or very few people have ever run. Wacky games or bad games, weird games, all of that. And I didn't calculate just how difficult it would be to find candidates for that. So that took a lot longer than I would have expected it to, which is why there were more delays between these challenges than there were delays for Beyond Good and Evil 2. And that was one of the biggest factors in the beginning. But after the conclusion of the 3rd challenge, we were working behind the scenes to amplify it and actually make this bounty even larger. And that went on for a couple of months, and then eventually nothing happened with it. Kind of fell through the cracks. So then that was a couple of months down the drain with no new challenges because we got a little rambunctious and ambitious with it. So then it was just kind of back to square one, finding the next game. And then we also took on some other bigger projects like the Moist Wrestling League and the live event. So it's just been kind of difficult to sit down and find the next target for these challenges. But that brings us to present day and going forward. I'm happy to announce the $10,000 speedrunning competition is back on the menu, so get ready to eat until your belly is full. We have found a new game that I think is going to be absolutely perfect for this, and I would like to go over the plan going forward for these competitions. So, let's go ahead and start with the new challenge for all speedrunners out there that want to make a big old fat penny and end up like Scrooge McDuck here. 10,000 doubloons on the line. Starting today, you have 2 weeks until October 2nd at midnight to be the fastest to complete Escape from Lavender Island. This is a game I recently found during a Steam Stinkers dive, and it ended up being an extremely good game that was very unique and memorable, that actually does have one runner and a pretty interesting route. You have 2 weeks to channel your gaming ancestors and ask them to bless you with the strength to be the best goddamn speedrunner Escape from Lavender Island's ever seen. 2 weeks, you can slap the fuck out of this game, you can use any glitch and exploit at your disposal in order to beat it the fastest. The only thing you can't do, obviously, is use any third-party cheats or software to change values or anything like that. No tool-assisted speedruns, nothing of that sort. And we're also making some changes to the format. So in previous challenges, we've done $10,000 split amongst the top 3. This time around, we're doing $10,000 split amongst the top 10. Now, Kronos has posted a tutorial here on how to install the auto splitter as well as the frame caps. So that way everything's super convenient, super easy. All the heavy lifting's been done for you. The frame cap is there so that everyone is on an even playing field. No one's going to have an advantage just by being able to pay to win for better hardware. So I'm going to put a link to this video in the description. That video also has a link to the Discord where you're able to collaborate with all the other runners, where you can start discussing and theory crafting routes and glitches and all of that. Which brings me to my next format change. In the previous challenges, I issued a $1,000 glitch hunting bounty to whoever finds the most impactful meta-defining glitch. I am throwing that in the dumpster. I'm flushing that one down the toilet because that ended up getting very messy. That was a full fucking sloppy joe there. Because finding glitches, even the biggest glitches in these games, is very collaborative. So people build on top of other people's discoveries to find these optimal glitches. So it's always very difficult to determine who should get that prize. So the community has come together and said that it's probably best to just change that up a little bit, and I agree. Instead, we're going to be doing a final race bonus where even if you're not in the top 10, you can still have a chance to win a big prize, money, obviously, clams. On October 2nd at midnight, all of the submissions for the speedrun challenge will end. But at midnight, what will start is a final race where every runner that wants to participate comes together and does one final run. And all of this has to be streamed, by the way. I think it is important to mention. All of these runs need to be streamed. That's one of the rules we put up there just to make sure there's no foul play or any fishy business going on with any of the submissions. So, October 2nd at midnight, after all of the speedruns are done, we start the final race where everyone comes in, streams one final run, and whoever gets the fastest time in that final race is getting a bonus prize. And if you're one of the top 10 runners, you'll get that bonus prize on top of what you already earned from your placement. So I think that'll be even more hype because then we can watch like one final run together and just tune into everyone's different streams as dreams are crushed and dreams are made. I think it should be a lot of fun. That was Kronos' idea, and I think it's a banger. So I think that covers just about all of the major changes here, and it should just be business as usual for the top tier gaming barbarians out there that want to tackle the Escape from Lavender Island challenge here for $10,000. I love doing these things. I do regret that it hasn't been as frequent as I wanted to. I really did plan on doing this every month, but that just became really difficult. I underestimated how hard it was to put these on, especially when you have to find games that no one is currently speedrunning. So, going forward, I'm not going to make the claim that this will be a monthly thing, because I don't think that's possible, especially if we're going to keep doing summoning salt videos for them. We didn't do a summoning salt video for our previous $10,000 challenge because we had taken on some bigger projects and it made it hard for our small team to allocate enough time to make that slap like the previous two had. But I do still want to do that, so I am planning on getting a summoning salt style video cooked up for this challenge, but I also don't want to promise it either. So going forward, I'm going to keep doing these challenges, but they're just going to be like some fucking jump scare surprise drops out of nowhere. So yeah, anyway, Speedrun Bounty number 4 is live now. Go hog wild with it. Super excited to see what gets discovered and how the runs go. The current world record is about 18.5 minutes. I'm hoping by the end of it it's down to about 18.5 seconds. Like, I'd love to see some absolutely crazy shit get discovered, because I love that kind of stuff. Also, big shout out for Kronos for putting all of the material together and getting all the resources together, and a whole team, really, to help make this as easy as possible for everyone to participate in. Another huge shout out as well to Plumado, Sabuline, Horizon, Demented Salad, and Cooling Cake. They are the ones responsible for the auto splitter, as well as just putting together like the speedrun.com page to moderate it and make sure everything's legitimate. So we do have a team together to make sure there's not going to be any kind of nonsense hoopla where people try and cheat. It should be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to seeing how these runs develop. Also, the developer of this game seems really cool. Like, he's super nice. He's working directly with our team in order to make sure there's no patches that go live that like fix any of the glitches. So for 2 weeks, it's 100% going to stay the same, so you don't need to worry about things changing rapidly or anything like that and having to adapt to it. And he's just also been like a really nice person who has a great game. Like, I actually did genuinely enjoy Escape from Lavender Island, and I think it'll be a fun speedrun. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.